Dear students, welcome to virtual classroom of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. I am Sreekumar. The class is for 9th standard students. Subject is mathematics. Let me begin the class. Dear students, we are entering into a new chapter. The name of the chapter is linear equations in two variables. You have studied about linear equations in one variable in class 8, and you have also studied about the concept of equation in 6th standard, and also about the concept of variables and how to add, subtract, multiply, divide, algebraic expressions, etc. in 7th standard. That means your knowledge of concept of equation of class 6, your ability to do algebraic operations of what you learned in 6, 7 and 8, and what you learned about linear equation in one variable in class 8, all these will be useful in understanding this particular chapter. Maths is like that. The previous knowledge should be kept intact. That means every step of mathematics you should learn very thoroughly, understand and apply very thoroughly, so that it will remain with you forever. The chapter is linear equations in two variables. This chapter is very important. Why? Because you are making equations to solve the problems, and in the coming year, that is in 10th standard also, you will be using it for various situations. Above that, whenever you go for any type of competitive exams, your ability to solve problem will be tested by the ability to make equations and solve. All competitive exams to the government jobs, especially bank and all such what we normally call as staff selection by the government, as an integral part of their question paper, questions which can be solved by creating equations, and especially linear equations in two variables. So my dear students, chapter is very, very important, interesting and very useful for you in future. Even if you study other branches of subjects like social studies, or subjects like commerce, or subject like English or any other language, but for writing competitive exams you require this knowledge. So please learn this, understand this very thoroughly, be ready to spend time to find out the answers yourself, practice yourself. Okay, let me go ahead. You studied about equation. I have just collected few images from your class 6 textbook. When equations were introduced, this particular balance picture was there in your textbook, because equation is a kind of balancing the left side and right side of a mathematical expression. This can be perused and are in chikkus and all kept over here, but we know that we are equating the weight of it. Look at this particular situation which was given in 6th standard textbook, where there is a bigger fruit, let it be a guava, and another set of chikkus over here, and making the balance of both these, removing these three from here and these three from here, so this again getting balanced. That means left side, right side, removing a particular quantity from left side, removing a particular quantity from right side, and finding out the equivalent for 1. We know that these 4 chikkus are sufficient for keeping the balance equated with this peru. So like that kind of balancing you studied, equation you studied in 6th standard. Then you are having a situation here where you studied linear equation in one variable over here. Why it is called one variable? Because the degree of the variable is one. Variable is this one, which is an alphabet. Whenever we write 3x, this is the variable which is represented in the form of English alphabet here. This is coefficient, and if you are having 5 over here, we call it as constant. All these things you have studied. So if the variable is having maximum degree, power, indices you studied, x square, x to the power of 3, x to the power of 1. If that is the situation, all these equations, we can see that the power of the variable is 1 only. So they are called linear equations. So here are certain linear equation. M plus 3 is equal to 5, and we know that m is equal to 5. Remove this 3 from the left side, so you have to subtract 3 here. So subtract 3 over here, and the answer is 2. 3y plus 8 is equal to 22. 3y is equal to 22 minus 8, right, which is equal to 22 minus 8 is equal to 14. In that way you proceed, and for y is equal to 14 upon 3. X upon 3 is equal to 2. X is equal to 2 into 3, which is equal to 6. So you have learnt this in previous years, how to solve equations having one variable. One variable means one alphabet is there, which is the variable here. X plus 5 is equal to 14. If you are asked to simply write a number which will give 14, 9 plus 5 is 14. Correct? So x becomes 9. X will become 9 over here. Right? 8 minus something is equal to 2. 8 minus 6 is equal to, then we'll say that this 6 is nothing but y. Y is equal to 6. Correct? So these all things you have studied in last year. In fact, we are going ahead and learning little more about what is the concept of linear equation in two variables. Let us think about that situation. For that I need some example to explain you what is linear equations in two variable. Find two numbers whose sum is equal to 14. There can be an n number of 9 plus 5 is equal to 14. I know. I also know 7 plus 7 is equal to 14. I also know that 8 plus 6 is also equal to 14. कितना है ऐसा? 4 plus 10 is equal to 14. There is no limit like that. 0 plus 14 is equal to 14. What to say 100 minus 86 is equal to 14? ये तो खत्म होने वाला नहीं है. There are many such numbers. When we add it, we get 14. Right? So there is no limit for that. Even if it is minus 100 plus 114, that is also equal to 14. तो ये खत्म नहीं होने वाला है. Find two numbers such that their difference is equal to 2. Oh, so there I can write many such numbers where the difference is equal to 2. What all numbers I can write? 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. 9 minus 7 is equal to 2. 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. Correct? So two numbers means 8 and 6 if subtracted. Then even minus 3 minus 5 is equal to 2. There is no limit. Even such numbers like 5.3 minus 3.3, this is also equal to 2. So there is no limit for that such numbers. So we can simply say that which are the when we add 9 and 5, if you add those, even if you add 7 and 7, 8 and 6, then also you will get 14. But one thing I can see that which are having common in both. Then I found that when I wrote 8 and 6, I found that 8 and 6 is here also. So common solution, we can have certain numbers are common for both, for first and two. Many are there, but there are 8 and 6 is common, I found. That means if you add 8 plus 6, it is 14. If you subtract 6 from 8, it is equal to 2. So 8 and 6 are such two numbers, or such set of numbers, or which is the only common solution here, which satisfies both equations. Understood? This is a unique common solution for both the equation. This is unique common solution. You cannot have another solution where both situations are satisfied. Understood? So that is something interesting. Let us think about certain more such situations. Here is written on the glass of the following spectacle, write the numbers such that 29 and 13. The sum is 42, difference is 16. Correct? In this case, sum is 42, difference is 16. The sum is 37 and difference is 11. इधर हमको लिखना है. How will we find? There are number of numbers which are having sum is equal to 37, difference is 11. Even then we will think of writing something to find out the answer. क्या करेंगे? 37 मिलना है तो लिखेंगे 21 plus 16 is equal to 37. But 21 and 16 का difference 5 ही रहेगा, नहीं चलेगा. So the difference should be increased. One should be made big and the other should be made small, right? So that the difference will increase. If I increase 16 or 21 to such a way that the difference should become maximum, right? If I write 32 plus 5 is equal to 37, correct. But if the difference between 32 and this one is equal to 27 is a different. But difference I need is only 11. So this is also not right, this is also not right. So I have to do a lot of trial and error here. Correct? Instead of 32, if I write some number between 21 and 32, for example, if I write 29 plus 8 is equal to 37, I know that. The difference between 29 and 8 is equal to 21. वो नहीं चलेगा. 29 minus 8 is equal to 21. We need only 11. Understood? So it's a little bit cumbersome and it takes time for us to find out. But there is an answer, we are sure. Right? There is an answer for this kind of situation. So there should be some answer. Suppose that if I write something like 25 instead of this, for example, 25 plus 12 is equal to 37. The difference is 25 and 12 is having a difference of 13. So I am almost close by. So there is a difference of only 2. I distribute 1 each. For example, if I write 24 and 13, which is equal to 37, I distributed 1 each. Reduce 1 from here, added 1 over there. So it so happened that the difference is equal to 11. So this is the answer. This is the answer for this. But this is not the way of finding it out. 54 and 20. We have to find out. Here we are asked to create a number. So that means it takes time, but there is an answer. And that method by which we can solve this is what we are trying to create over here. And we call such equations. What are such equations? When we consider two linear equations in two variables, simultaneously we call such equation as simultaneous equation. And we get unique common solution. Just now we had a very good example of saying that in the case of sum is equal to 14 and difference is equal to 2, and we write it as x plus y is equal to 14, x minus y is equal to 2. So this is a classical example of simultaneous equation. Two equations and two linear equation, because variable is having maximum index 1 and having a unique common solution 8 and 6. And such equations are called simultaneous equations. Simultaneous, ek saath. You can keep those equations together. Okay, let us elaborate this a little more. How to solve this kind of situation? We had situations like this. We have not solved this situation. For example, this one is not solved. This one is not created. We will do it now. But we need to have an idea about how to do it. One method is elimination method of solving simultaneously. The name indicates, talks about eliminating something. अच्छे word नहीं है. Eliminates him means you have to finish him. एक को निकालना है. What is it? By taking the different values of variable, we have solved the equation x plus y is equal to 14 and x minus y is equal to 2. The thing I told you. We solved it by taking different values. एक substitute करके देखा. But we have a method to solve it. For example, we will eliminate one variable to obtain the equation in one variable. Equation one variable में आ गए तो हमको solve करने आता है. So we will eliminate one variable itself. We will eliminate one variable itself. How? We can do it. Find the value of the other two variable by substituting it properly, and we will get a value. From of the two variable of that one value you will get. You will substitute in the original equation and get the value of the other variable. So there are three steps of doing it, for doing that elimination method. I will show you, then you will understand it very simply. Okay, for that I need to take some examples for solving it, the simultaneous equation by elimination method. Let us take the same example which you have just solved by taking different values, the same equation which is written here. How can we solve it? By elimination method. It is given x plus y is equal to 14. We can call it as equation number 1. And x minus y is equal to 2. Let us call it as equation number 2. Okay. One of the method of removing one variable, हमको x को remove करो, y को remove करो, तो then naturally one will be remaining. You can solve it. By looking at this particular equation, two equation, an addition can help in that. So we are adding the equations. How to add? X plus x, that's why addition of algebraic expression, subtraction of algebraic expression, multiplication of algebraic expressions, division of algebraic expression, studied in 7th standard and applied in 8th standard, going to be useful here. X plus x is equal to 2x, 1y plus y and minus y, it will be total will become 0. And we know that 14 plus 2 is equal to 16. In that case 2x is equal to 16, x is equal to 16 upon 2, which is equal to 8. We got x is equal to 8. The problem solved. We can substitute that in the first equation. That is what is substituting in the first equation. क्या करेंगे? X plus y is equal to 14. X we got 8 plus y is equal to 14. Now it becomes a linear equation in one variable. Correct? Y is equal to 14 minus 8, which is equal to 6. You got x here, you got y here, and the answer is 8 and 6. And we had got this answer before. So we developed a method what is called elimination method, where we simply added these two equations in order to eliminate y. We eliminated y by addition. Understood? That is one technique or one method of solving a simultaneous equation. Let us go ahead. Here is a sum given to solve using simultaneous equation. So here equation is not given, a problem is given. You will create an equation and solve it. This is what I told in competitive exam. This kind of question comes. What is the question? Sum of the ages of mother and son is 45 years. If son's age is subtracted from twice of mother's age, then we get answer 54. And I like this kind of question because there are certain relationship and situations. Find the ages of mother and son. It becomes find the age of mother and son. Here it is question mark. 1 second. Find the age of mother and son. Now we will be using there is no variable, nothing. We have to use this problem or use variables to solve this problem. So we have to fix variables for both the age of mother and age of son. Both are not known to us. Let mother's age as on today, let mother's age as on today as x. आज x से समझ लो. मदर का एज दिया नहीं. And naturally son's age be as on today, son's age be y years. Y years लिखना पड़ेगा, x years लिखना पड़ेगा. इतने हैं दोनों, हमको नहीं मालूम, but we are putting variable x and y. Now we will go to the question. Sum of ages of mother and son is 45. Mother's age, son's age, total is 45. An equation with two variables. If son's age is subtracted from twice mother's age, son's age is subtracted twice mother's age, here it is 2x. Son's age is subtracted, it becomes 54. 2 times mother's age minus son's age is 54. Another equation we got. So we got an equation here like before. Here is another equation. We are asked, if you get x and y, we get the age of mother and son, which is asked. So same method we will use. We will add these equations. Correct? We will do an addition of this equation. What will happen? 2x plus 3x, so 2x plus x is equal to 3x. Correct? Plus y plus minus y is equal to 0. 45 plus 54 is equal to 99. That means 3x is equal to 99. Put easy हो गया. X is equal to 99 upon 3, which is equal to 33. We got x. X is nothing but mother's age. That means mother's age plus son's age is equal to 45. Y is equal to 45 minus 33, which is equal to 12. So mother is 33 years, son is 12 years. Total is 45 as given. And if you take twice of that of mother, 2 into 33, which is equal to 66, then subtract son's age. 66 minus 12, you will get 54. So we could check it also. Checked and found right. टीचर के पहले आप आपका आंसर चेक किया, आंसर करेक्ट. So we can create equation and solve equation, create equation in two variable and solve it, and some beautiful sums like this, of which we have no clue. Mother's age plus son's age is 45, twice mother's age minus son's age is 54. We created equation and solved it. We can solve big problems by creating equations. Understood? You will pause here, try to understand again and again. Create equation, solve equation. Create an equation and we need to eliminate one of the variable, find the value of the other variable with the help of that, and substitute the value, solve it. These are the steps which I have already explained. Another situation. 3x plus 5 is equal to 1. 2x plus 3y is equal to 1. So in last two sums we have simply added to solve this. Always you will not be in a position to add and solve this. Some other methods will be, you will be forced to use. Sometime addition will solve. Now we are supposed to eliminate one of the value. Now we know that by simply adding these two, you will not get 0. By adding these two, you will not get 0. Still the variable will remain. Then we need to apply some other common sense. Some other methods. We have to eliminate either x or y in this given equation. If one of the coefficient is equal to the other, here it is 3, here it is 2, here it is 1, here it is, the coefficients are not equal, then we can simply add, and there is no such opposite number is also not there. So we have to create that. One of the method is multiplying the whole equation with certain numbers to get 3y over here. So I can multiply this equation with 3. So how I will write? I will write 9x plus 3y is equal to 15, this equation, because I multiplied with 3. The second one I will leave it like that, 2x plus 3y is equal to 1. Now if I go for a subtraction, addition में plus 3y plus 3y is equal to 6y, 9x plus 2x is equal to 11x. तो मैं क्या करेंगे अभी? I will go for a subtraction. Subtraction means change the sign and add. So adding 9 and minus 2 is equal to 9 and minus 2 will become, it will become 7x plus 3y minus 3y will become 0. Understood? 15 minus 1 is equal to 14. 7x is equal to 14. Naturally x is equal to 2. You got x. Once you got x, you will substitute in the equation any one of the convenient equation. 2 into 2, that is I am substituting 2x plus 3y is equal to 1. This is an equation. 2 into 2, 3 into y is equal to 1. This is 4 plus 3y is equal to 1. 3y is equal to 1 minus 4, subtracting 4 on both sides. जिसे ये इधर आ गया बोलते हैं वैसा, which is equal to minus 3. Y is equal to minus 3 upon 3, which is equal to minus 1. We got x here, we got y here. X is equal to 2, y is equal to minus 1. Is it true? Shall us check? We can check it in the other equation. Understood? We can check it and find out whether it is right or not. For our satisfaction, we can simply substitute and find out in the first equation. What is first equation? 3x plus y is equal to 5, and we have got 3 into 2 plus y is minus 1 is equal to 5. Is it comes correct? 6 plus minus 1 is equal to 5. Right? 5 is equal to 5. Understood? So this way we can solve certain situations and in your exam. There is another method of solving a simultaneous equation. We call it as substitution method. In substitution method of solving simultaneous equation, as the name indicates, some substitution is there. Express one of the variable in terms of the other from one of the equations. There are two equations. Convert the variable of one equation like that of the other one. Then do the substitution after getting the answer for one variable in the other, like before. There is no problem. Substitution is not a problem. But substitution method is removing one variable in terms of the other equation. In the other equation there is a variable, and try to convert this equation also in the other variable. Practically I will show you. For example, 8x plus 3y is equal to 11. 3x minus y is equal to 2. Now, if we try to solve this by elimination method, plus 3y, 8x, 3x minus, we have to equate that to get 0. We have to convert this minus y into plus 3y, or 3x and 8x should have some other higher denomination to solve the situation. Here is a new method which is named as substitution method. What I have to do? In this case, I write the equation just like before. 8x plus 3y is equal to 11. 3x minus y is equal to 2. These are the equations given. Let me write this as 1, this as 2. Now expressing one equation in terms of the other, that is a definition. So it is easy to deal with 3x minus y compared to 8x plus 3y. So I rewrite that 3x minus y is equal to 2. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब ये है कि 3x minus 2 is equal to y. If I send it here, it will become positive. That means y is equal to 3x minus 2. हमको मिला y का वैल्यू ऐसा. What we will do is, y is in the form of 3x minus 2. We will substitute this in the equation. That means 8x plus 3y is equal to 11. ये equation में y की जगह पे 3x minus 2 डालेंगे because it is obtained here. So 8x plus 3 into the y. What is y? 3x minus 2 is equal to 11. Understood? That means 8x plus 3 into 3x, 9x. 3 into minus 2 is equal to minus 6 is equal to 11. 8x plus 9x is equal to 17x minus 6 is equal to 11. 17x is equal to 17. How? Because it becomes 11 plus 6 on the right. So it became 17x is equal to 17. Correct? X is equal to 17 upon 17, which is equal to 1. Understood? So we got the value of x here. Why can't we substitute that in the other equation? 3 into 1, which is x, minus y is equal to 2. Because the equation is 3x minus y is equal to 2, our second equation. Substitute the value of x in that. That means this equation. Minus y is equal to 2 minus 3. That means minus y is equal to minus 1. That means y is equal to 1. X is also equal to 1, y is also equal to 1. We solved the situation. Dear students, let us solve one more simultaneous equation in order to make ourselves thorough about the substitution method of solving simultaneous equation. Here the sum is 3x minus 4y is equal to 16, and the other one is 2x minus 3y is equal to 10. Two equations are given having two variables. Now we will apply the concept of what we say solving it with the help of substitution method. Let me copy the question again. 3x minus 4y is equal to 16. Let me write it as equation number 1. And the second equation is 2x minus 3y is equal to 10. This is the second equation. Either we have to write this equation in which x in terms of y or y in terms of x, and let me write it in x in terms of y using equation number 1. Equation number 1 is 3x minus 4y is equal to 16. That means I will find out the answer for x is equal to, so then naturally the x will be in terms of y as an answer. So we can keep x on the left side. 3x is equal to 16 plus 4y. X is equal to 16 plus 4y upon 3. This is x now. The next step is substituting the value of x in second equation. The second equation is 2x minus 3y is equal to 10, where in the place of x we will write 2 into 16 plus 4y upon 3. This is the whole constitute x here. Minus 3y is equal to 10. Further we can simplify it. We can simplify this in such a way that 2 into 16 is equal to 32 plus 8y upon 3 whole minus 3y is equal to 10. Further again we can simplify by taking LCM. We can write 32 plus 8y minus 9y, correct, 9y upon 3 is equal to 10. Further we can write 32 plus 8y minus 9y is equal to 3 into 10, 30. Further 32 plus 8y minus 9y means minus 1y. That is simply y only is equal to 30. That means here we can say that 32 minus y is equal to 30 means minus y is equal to 30 minus 32. Naturally it is minus 2 minus y is equal to minus 2 means y is equal to 2. So we got the value of y here. Once we get the value of y here, we can simply substitute that in any one of the equation. Let us substitute in the first equation itself. The first equation is 3x minus 4y is equal to 16. We are having y with us now. 3x minus 4 into 2 is equal to 60. 3x minus 8 is equal to 16. 3x is equal to 16 plus 8, and x is equal to 24 upon 3, which is equal to 8. So we could get, or we could solve this equation, simultaneous equation. X is equal to 8 and y is equal to 2, and always we are right. Therefore the answer would be 8 comma 2. 8 stands for x, the value of x, and 2 for y, and this is the solution for the given simultaneous equation, solution for the given equation. Okay. Now, my dear students, these are examples and these are explanations, or these are telling you about how to think while when there is a equation to be resolved. There are very few questions, unfortunately, in your exercise. Only 3 questions are there. Third question contain nearly 6 different simultaneous equations. My dear students, with lots of love, I would like to tell you that you should not look into the guide, you should not look into the internet, you should not look into any kind of ready-made solution, because आपको इक्वेशन सॉल्व करना है. आपको कितने भी बार चाहिए वीडियो देख सकते, कितने बार चाहिए एग्जाम्पल्स देख सकते, कितने बार चाहिए जो टीचर ने आपको कुछ भी दिया है वो देख सकते, लेकिन एक्सरसाइज करने के लिए, एक्सरसाइज अपने आप को तंदुरुस्त बनाना, एक्सरसाइज करने के लिए दिया हुआ चीज़ में आपको ही करना है. जो ऐसा करेगा ना वो स्ट्रांग बनते हैं. एक्सरसाइज करने वाले को तो स्ट्रांग बनना ही बनना है. सो आई वांट माय स्टूडेंट्स, दोस हु आर वाचिंग दिस वीडियो, शुड बिकम स्ट्रांग इनफ टू मेक इक्वेशन, solve the situation. And as I told you at the beginning, the chapter is very important because it is a chapter which is having application level question, and all competitive exams will be having this kind of question, not only in 9th standard, for any other exam which you are going to write in future. Okay, let me close here. And is there anything more which I have made for you? Yes, see, the beauty of this simultaneous equation is that beautiful word problems can be created out of it, which is the next video after this. This is almost 30 minutes, I think. You can pause the video and replay the video again. Anyway, there are interesting questions which can be made out of simultaneous equation. You have to read the word problem, then use the given information, apply, put some proper variable to it, and make a mathematical statement, and use proper method, elimination or substitution method, find the solution. And you will really enjoy this when you will get the question and get the answer for the question, because the question will be really interesting. Something like what you already did regarding the age of mother, age of son. Beautiful questions can be created in simultaneous equation. Your word problems are interesting, but my dear students, मैं आपको सॉल्व करके देना नहीं चाहते. I will give you some examples from that in the next video. But simultaneous equation के बारे में अच्छा से समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है. Thank you. Now click on the subscription button below to subscribe the channel, then the bell button to get the notifications of the new videos. Thank you.